Hey, welcome back to the E Experience. As always, it's the one and only E, Erica, Rudy, them boys, moms, whatever you want to call me. I am her. Thank you for tuning in. So it's been a minute. It's been 2 weeks. What y'all been doing? How's it going? We've got 2 episodes out. Are you caught up? Have you listened? Did you see the one with my son? Did you see the first one? How you feeling? How has your week been? It's a lot going on in the world right now. It's so many different crimes going on, so much negativity, but there are some positive things going on. Especially with me. I'm now employed. If you watched the first episode, I went on a story time of how I lost a government job, but now I'm back and I'm working from home. So if you follow my social media pages, you see I be on it acting crazy because I'm working from home and I do have work to do, but right now I'm in training, so I be bullshitting for real. But no, I love my new job. Amazing company. It touches on what I like to do and what my purpose is, which is serving the community and being there for people and helping. And I think that's maybe why that other job didn't work out, because I wouldn't have been able to be my genuine self. I wouldn't have been able to give the help that I like to give and be a part of the community and promote self sufficiency. So I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to see my growth and my healing process and my journey. So, yay. Shout out to the big guy because I only made it through him. And yes, I will talk about God on my podcast because big homie be looking out for your girl. Anyway, so some of the things that I've been, because I'm an avid shade room watcher, some of the things I've been seeing that I want to address and talk about. Now, mind you, I don't do deep dive research. I don't go down rabbit holes. I read about it. I see some clips, and I keep it moving because I got other shit to do during the day. But this incident with this young man in Mississippi, it's crazy to me because not only was I 18 at one point in time, but I'm a mom too. And there's no way my kid's friends or my kid, no, I'm going to say this, there's no way my kid could come home without his friend. Like, if y'all went somewhere together and you came back and he's not with you, as a mom, I'm going to be like, where EXO? Where's such and such? And if you give me some bullcrap, oh, he went with his homegirl or something, like, I need names, numbers. I'm going to treat that kid just like it's my kid. So I don't want to say I blame the parents, but I'm side eyeing the parents. Like, why didn't you ask questions? And then also, like, why was he out there? I get some people have predominantly white friend groups, especially if you grew up in small towns and the whole, population is majority white and you don't have a whole bunch of black friends. But I just don't understand why the one token black friend didn't come back. And the narrative is he was going to meet up with a girl, but then y'all have his phone, and then it was hours later when you guys came back, and you guys automatically got representation, legal representation. So it's like, what are you hiding? What are you protecting yourself from? Because this young man lost his life, and now you guys are lawyers. And one of the individuals' dad is a judge, if I'm not mistaken, if I read that right. So here's my thing. Even if it was a mistake, even if he fell off the boat by accident or whatever, you're white and your dad's a judge. You could have came back and told that story and everyone would have believed you and you would have went on about your day. But you guys did something sneaky, something deceitful, something harmful to this man, to this young man, left him out to die alone, and then came back and protected your ass. Like, I think the family should really as much as I want to say sue, like, I want y'all to whip their ass. Like, I don't promote violence. I really don't. But far too long and so many times when injustice happens to Black people, they give us a check and then we're supposed to shut our mouths. But the shit is still happening. Like, it still goes on every day, day to day, whether it's in a small rural town somewhere deep in the parts of Mississippi or in a big city like New York. Like, it's so many injustices, and they throw us a couple million and we're supposed to shut our mouth until the next incident happens. And it's getting crazy. It's just getting out of hand. Second thing I want to talk about, and this is, no one asked for my opinion, right? I'm still new at this. I don't, even if people watch or don't watch, like, I just have to get this out. The Big Tigger situation. Again, I'm not a reporter. I don't go deep dive in research. I'm just a girl from Baltimore that has an opinion, just like everyone else. You either listen or you don't. This man married this woman after she was arrested, charged, and I do believe convicted of child abuse, child neglect, child endangerment. She left her child, a young child. I don't think she was over the age of 8 at the time. 10 if we're pushing it, in a parking lot at a casino for hours in Baltimore. Now, again, if I'm wrong, you can let me know. If it was the Horseshoe, that's downtown Baltimore. That's right by the stadiums. Like, that area is not a nice area. Cars get broken into all the time, no matter if they have security or not. So for you to leave that child at the Horseshoe, that's like leaving that child in the lion's den. Like, it's just, that's crazy. Now, if you were out live, it's a little different, but it's still neglect. You still left your child in a car for hours to go to the casino. So the penny machine was more important than your child's safety or getting a babysitter for that child. Whatever. Said all that to say, you still married this woman. Like, clearly there's something not right up there. Like, her elevator doesn't hit all floors, but you married her. So the question goes to you, like, what was it about her? Like, I get we all have past and, you're supposed to, like, give people a chance. But when it comes to charges of that magnitude, when do you be like, pretty face, banging body is not enough? Like, there is evidence that she did this. Like, it wasn't like a mistake. It wasn't, a false accusation. She literally left her child for hours in a car at a casino. She wasn't there to work. Now, I'm not saying that would be better, but then you would have a reason like, oh, damn, single mom. She got to get it when she fit in. She was checking on a girl. Girl got snacks or something like that. No, she went there for entertainment purposes. She went there to go gamble or to be with the niggas that was gambling. I don't know. You married her. And now when things like this is happening, it's kind of like, well, you set yourself up for that. Clearly, again, the elevator doesn't go to all floors, right? Now, this young lady is accusing Tigger. Is it Tigger or Tigger? Let me know. Y'all know the man in the basement. The man that was on BET back in the day. She's accusing him of abuse and cheating on him. Now, I do not get into anyone's DV situation because I've had my own DV situation. Whether he abused her mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, she's claiming abuse. I'm not even going to address that situation. A video came out and it's him trying to get the phone from her. Now, the way both of them are fighting for this phone, the Krabby Patty recipe must be on it. Like, what's on this phone that she has to have it and she can't let it go, and that he has to have it, so where as though he's like fighting for the death to get this phone back. I don't know if the Epstein files was on there. I'm not sure what was on there, but it doesn't, from the video I saw, he's not like punching her or banging her or anything like that, which doesn't mean that that wasn't a DV situation. Like, he's literally trying to get the phone. From what I see, he's only gripping like where the phone would be. She drops to the ground. From the video I saw, on her own accord. It looked like she drops on her own. And the son is, let's attack her. Like, you see nothing but like Fashion Nova bags on the floor. It's a very chaotic scene. It looks a little like, I don't want to say staged, because again, I don't want to take away anything that that young lady went through or is going through or feel like she went through or what her situation is. I will never take that away from a woman, right? But I don't see a physical where he's like punching her or like abusing her. I see this man trying to get, I will say I see a cheater. That's what it looked like. You know, you take your boyfriend's phone, he breaking down doors to get it. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was cheating. And maybe in like the marriage prenup, there's the infidelity clause or something. Maybe that's why he's going so hard for it. But I don't understand why she's going so hard to keep the phone. I just don't get it. It's a very chaotic situation. And I will never negate the fact of what she felt or what he felt in the situation. I just think it's like a little crazy. Like, Tigger, I feel like you put yourself in a situation. That young lady clearly had some issues prior to you marrying her, and you married her, and she is the suspect in her daughter's missing case. Like, her daughter that was in the car, the dad, who is not Tigger, got custody, and then the daughter went missing. And she's the prime suspect. So, first of all, how could you label a woman who may have or may not have, again, do with this information as you may, kidnapped or did something to her daughter to where as though she's missing? Like, and say, do you know? Like, are you privy to what's going on with the daughter? Is she okay? Is she safe? Is she alive? Like, those are the questions I'm asking. The abuse and the cheating, that's y'all business. But there's a child missing, and no one is like really honing in onto that. So I guess that was my hot topics of the day, right? And that's how Wendy Williams doing. How you doing? Hot topics. However, moving on. Now, I don't know if this girl makes y'all ass itch like how she makes my ass itch. And don't get me wrong, we have all been kumbaya, stand up for your man, my man, my man, my man. But Clarissa Shields pisses me off so bad when it comes to Papoose. So bad. Like, I don't understand it. I would like to know what Papoose has that makes her feel like she just has to every day tell us about their relationship. The other day he posted, 2 years ago, I met this young lady, and, who would have thought we would be here? She did. Because every day she tells us, every day she posts about you. I found out more about Clarissa Shields because of her relationship with Papoose than because of her talent. And if she gets on Derek Morgan's internet one more time rapping, I promise you I will call Xfinity and cancel my subscription. Cancel the internet, cancel my cell phone service. I'm going back to a beeper, because this is, everyone has, freedom of speech, freedom to express yourself, but stick to fighting, young lady. I would let you fight me if you would stop rapping. And I know you can whip my ass. I will take an ass whipping for the sake of R&B, hip hop, rap, everything. Just shut up. Just stop it. Stop it. Fight your fights. Go fight. Go whip people. Go beat them up. Just fight it. But stop it. Saw a couple movies in the month of June. I saw Scream 7 when it first came out, and I rewatched it because it's streaming the other night. Scream 7 and Scary Movie 5, 6, is it 6? Pissed me off so bad. Like, they could have went so many directions for Scream 7. They could have brought back the original girls, like family member or a parent or a sister or something who's upset with Cindy because, her mom was the start of the killings. Like, they could have brought back, um, what was the guy who always was telling them about the movies? What was his name? They could have brought like his sister and made her like the killer. The killer in Scream 7, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry if this is like gonna mess you up because it's been out for a while. You should have saw it by now. And it's free on Prime Video. Go watch it. Um, the killers, because it was 3 killers, which was okay, overachievers. Like, it was 3 killers that did not strike back to Cindy at all. Like, one was a housewife who was in an abusive relationship and read her book and decided to kill her husband. And then the other 2 were just psychos that helped her in killing people. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, they could have literally brought back Stu. Like, he could have not died all the way and could have came back, and that would have been a good thing. We could have had, who else? Since Billy Loomis' daughter and her sister didn't come back, you could have had anyone that was Tatum's boyfriend or Tatum, because Tatum was the best friend in the first one. Tatum's, I don't know, long lost child that we didn't know she had or something. Like, it could have been anyone but 3 Randalls. Like, that pissed me off. And Scary Movie, I get the Wayans have it back. Great. However, I feel like they tried to add everything in one movie. Scary Movie could have essentially been 3 different movies. If you wanted to hit every big thing that happened since you guys lost the franchise, that one movie, if crafted right, could have been 3 movies. They went all the way back to COVID. That was 6 years ago. They did COVID. They did like every scary movie that came out, every horror movie that came out between the time they lost the franchise to now. It was just too much. And then like they had Shaq come in there, and then all the killers at the end was like, and I get the ending with like so many killers because at the end of Scream 7 there were 3 killers, which was above the normal from the other screams, but just was too much. Too much. Now, I did take True, my 2-year-old, to see Toy Story. I love the movie. I love that they are moving into tech. But the only thing that I had an issue with was they didn't really give disclaimers of not meeting people online and going to visit them. Like, mind you, this movie is for kids. And of course, that's where the parents come in at. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a very big advocate of parents should parent and not expect a TV, rappers, singers, actresses, artists to influence their children. Like, you have to be present in parenting as well. But like, Bonnie meets this girl online, or well, she didn't technically meet her. The toys did the talking back and forth, but the girl, like, essentially they met online and they went to each other's house to get these toys back. And it's just kind of like, we're teaching kids to meet people online and go out and meet them. That was my only issue with Toy Story 6. Like, I love the fact that they broke into technology and they talked about not using it all the time, and it can and can't be a bad thing, but I just wish they would have put a disclaimer about not meeting people online for the children. Moving right along, so I told you guys episode 3 will be about my books. If you don't remember, or if you've been living under a rock, whole name is Erica Dyer. I am the author of the Good Girls with Good Habits series. There's a part 1 and there is a part 2. And then I stopped. Part 1 came out in 2020. Part 2 came out in 2021. Or was it? Yes, 2021. I had a good momentum. I was going on tours, but then I stopped. I don't know where to go with the rest of the series. So Part one starts in Baltimore City Detention Center. Again, if you didn't know, I used to be a correctional officer. I worked there for off and on 5 years. So part one starts in the jail system. It follows a CO and then some other characters come into play. But the basis starts in the jail. I no longer work in the jail. I haven't worked in the jail in over 10 years. The jail is no longer existent. I don't want I want the characters to develop. So I don't want them to stay stagnant in that jail setting or that crime mob type feel. I just don't know where to go with part three and part four. So that's the real reason why they haven't came out yet, because I don't know how I want the story to develop. I will say, so part two follows Keisha and her man at the time, or her man, and they they went on a very tumultuous journey to get back together. They had a couple kids. Bam. The third book was supposed to follow the next couple, which was Trevor and Ebony. I will say, fun fact about that, I kind of based that story off of what, as far as the family entity, what I thought my life would be with the kids, the husband. And so since my life is not there in the person in the book who was an exaggeration of who I was with at one point in time, we are no longer cordial or friendly, or I could care less about them. Like, I just want to kill that character off. But the character in the book is a beloved character and he was doing everything right. So it's kind of like, how do I kill that character off without taking the integrity of the book away, or of the story, or of the relationship? Um, so that's pretty much where I am with part three. I do have a few children's books that I've written, and I'm at the press right now doing the illustration for them in that process. So hopefully they'll be out before the end of the year. I want to get them copyrighted, and I'm doing this all by myself. I don't have a publisher. I don't have an editor. I'll be doing everything by myself, getting it outsourced for illustration, coming back, getting it copyrighted, getting it on different platforms, going back out there on the road to promote all of my books. I'm also thinking about going back to school. So there's a lot going on in the world of the Erica experiences is about to really take off, and I'm also planning my mom's 60th birthday. I'm planning my birthday because I'll be 21. Don't do the math. Yes, I have an 18-year-old, mind your business. I'm only turning 21. So there's a lot going on. The ride is about to be insane. It's about to be some epic nights and stories to tell you guys. I have decided as of July 13th, I'm cutting out all snacks, carbs, and sex. Although I'm not really getting sex right now, but I'm going to be celibate. I'm going to be celibate. So even if I could sneak and freak after July 13th, I will be cutting out carbs, snacks, and sex until my birthday. So my goal is to lose 20 pounds, gain some perspective, and I deal with fuckboys. So that's where we are. I want to thank you for coming on the E-Train today and talking with me. I'm actually about to go back to work. Um, I'll leave you with this thought. No one can tell your story. I think I said this in my last one, but it's very, very prevalent to me. No one can tell your story. Your story is your own story. Explain it how you want it. Tell it how you want it. Be your genuine self. I had some negative comments on my first show, and at first it kind of like was like, I don't want to do this anymore because I'm opening myself up to you guys to tell my story. But I forget that there's other characters in the story as well who may not like how they look. But if you don't want to be the villain in my story, don't be a villain. Point blank, period. That's just that. Of course, never dim your light. Be your genuine self. Love you for you. And I'll see you next time. Deuces.